Brazil. In competition, it could be that they've been in the dojo and had a bit of a tussle.
Training camps, sure.
He's never faced him in competition. Why not? That's just what he needs to do.
Go for it. Absolutely.
What he doesn't want to do is to stand there and slug it out. The more that he can move, the better it will be for him.
Don't allow Silva to settle. He's going to come over the top, that big deep collar grip, and do something like an Osalto or Nichimata.
Just wants him coming onto him if he can. That rolling Serenagi that he has. The other thing that MEYER can do is, because he can be that little bit more busy, that's a good effort, isn't it?
Kind of tough to move a big man like that with Osotogari, though.
Well, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It had him defending. He was turning away and defending.
But it's controlling that upper body, especially with the leverage issue, because he's so much taller.
And we've gone a minute now, and if MEYER can just keep up the attacks, just put that little bit of pressure on Silva, have him fall behind with the odd passivity penalty.
Get Silva breathing heavy a little bit. Be a pretty tall task for him to be turning Silva on the ground, so it's probably good to just let him go. You don't want to give Silva more chances in Tachiwaza, but probably a waste of energy trying to get him to turn, unless you had a really good position.
I just believe that there's such a balance, a nice balance for a judoka if he's got a good standing game and a good ground game, and you wouldn't turn down the opportunity to attack standing. So why would you turn it down in Nevaza? You know, if it's offered up there and they give you your back, give you their back, take it. You know, attack them in it.
Silva, when he does come down, so let's say he goes for a Makikomi, he comes down, he has a tendency to sort of splail out. And like I said, it's really tough in this kind of position to get him to turn over that body, the hips and that.
You know, you want him to know that you're there and around you. It's like a mosquito, isn't it? You know, at some stage you will swat it, but in between it gives you the most amount of annoyance. And that's the kind of size difference that we're talking about here.
So far, MEYER's been pretty busy. He's kept busy. Silva's gotten just enough in there to avoid any kind of passivity penalties. But it's been MEYER who's been doing double the duty.
Well, he's got to keep that going.
Absolutely.
He doesn't want to now make it look as though Silva's back into it with the same amount of attacks. MEYER falls behind here, picking up a penalty himself, so problems for the Dutchman.
Good effort.
Okay, go on. And he just falls on Silva.
Can you imagine how surprised Silva would be if, say, you were able to get your hand... See, Silva's defending right there, right? But
yeah.
if you were to get your hand and do like a koshijime...
He would be surprised.
He would be.
Especially given that MEYER hasn't attacked him once in Nevaza. I mean, that was not really an effort, was it? He keeps lifting that right leg up there. Silva. And again, you know it's coming, you look for that moment and you put everything in to that ashiwaza.
Yeah, he's got that little leg kick, right?
Yeah.
Before he tries to pop either the Osoto or the Haraigoshi.
There it goes again. That right foot is up. MEYER's looking at it now. Again, he really triggers it, doesn't he? Oh, Roy, what was that? Well, there were a couple of things that people are laughing at.
Yeah, there was a murmur.
They were laughing at two things. One, they saw where the hand went, and then he realised no. And then there was the thought that even if he could, there's no way he was going to lift it.
Yeah.
Two funny things there. And there's another good effort from MEYER. He's actually given this a really, really good go here. A single Shido on the board. Really like to see him try that rolling Marotti Seonagi that he brought off earlier on.
And you'd figure with the higher center of gravity in the case of Silva, he might have a shot at it, right?
He might roll over. All that weight leaning forward on him. Just get him to step forward once and left Uchimata, and there he goes, for the Ippon Seonagi. But he was upright then and going back.
All for naught. But give an A for effort.
The part, he gave Silva a contest, he gave us